In this video, I'm going to be ranking every single Dark Matter all-time spotlight card from worst all the way to best in NBA 2K23 Myteam. As you guys know, we've been getting these free Dark Matters every single day for the past 8 days. We started off with the Drew Holiday, Paul Westphal on day number 2, then Steven Jackson, JoJo White, Vucevic. We got 8 of these free Dark Matters that I'll be ranking from who I think is the worst card that we've gotten from the new spotlights to who I think is the best all-time Dark Matter spotlight currently in the game. And you guys can let me know, have you guys been grinding these spotlights? You guys have all completed? Are you guys going for that grand prize? And let me know your favorite all-time spotlight Dark Matter currently in my team. But coming in at the number 8 spot, I do think Dark Matter JoJo White is currently the worst all-time Dark Matter spotlight card. He's only a 6'3" point guard, 6'5" wingspan, so not the tallest in game, and I think his stats are, decent. Like he's still not a bad defender with his stats: 94 steal, 97 lateral quickness, 96 perimeter, but he's not really going to be a great defender in game because of his height, his player model, and his wingspan. His jump shot also really isn't the best with the Paul George base, the Cameron Reddish upper on very quick timing isn't that great of a jump shot, and then his sigs are okay with the Kobe size up and the Trae Young escape. I mean, he's got some pretty good sigs, he moves really quick in game, and he does have quick drops off one. He's not like a terrible free card. I just don't think he's going to be anywhere above the worst card from the all-time spotlight set. I do have Paul Westphal at number 7. I think he's just a taller and better offensive version of JoJo White. He's 6'4" at point guard, 6'7" wingspan, so once again going to be a little bit undersized for that point guard position. But I do think he's got a way better jump shot with the Core Kispert base, the Paul Millsap upper on very quick timing. I do definitely think is a better jump shot than the Paul George base and the Cameron Reddish upper. He's also got some pretty good dribble sigs with the Kyrie Irving size up, the John Wall escape, aim behind the back. He's got quick drops off one, and then he's a very solid, defender. He can dribble the ball pretty nicely. I think he's a decent point guard in the game, not going to be anything too crazy. At the number 6 spot though, I got the Dark Matter Drew Holiday. I think these 3 point guards are honestly the worst out of the all-time Dark Matter spotlight cards. Drew Holiday would be a lot better if he had a better jump shot because he's 6'5" at point guard, 6'7" wingspan. That is a perfectly fine height for Drew Holiday, especially with the defense he does provide. He's got an 88 block, 99 steal, 99 perimeter, 96 interior defense. He's got almost maxed out defensive tendencies with a 95 block shot, 95 contest shot, 98 on-ball steal, 98 pass interception. So that is great for Drew Holiday, and that's why I think his player model is good. He's got good height, for the point guard position with his defense, but this jump shot, I just don't know, man. I feel like sometimes it's a good release. Like, I feel like it's a very inconsistent jump shot. Sometimes it feels so fast, it feels almost ungreenable. Sometimes it feels really hard to green with. It feels a little bit wonky. So I'm very inconsistent with his jump shot. I know a lot of people do like his release, and a lot of people hate it. So I think it's kind of in the middle with his jump shot. And then his sigs are okay. Like, he's got the Drew Holiday size up. He's got the Kobe escape, which is okay dribble sigs, nothing too crazy, and he's like decent at going to the basket, but he's mainly just going to be a great defensive point guard. And that's the one thing I will say about Drew Holiday, is he does play elite level defense. At the number 5 spot though, I got Dark Matter Terry Cummings, just a really well-rounded small forward, 6'9" at that power forward small forward position. He's got a 7-foot wingspan, so the first card that I would say actually has pretty good height for the position, right? His defensive stats are going to be okay: 85 block, 88 steal, 89 perimeter, 92 interior defense. He's just a really well-rounded card, nothing too crazy, doesn't really excel at anything necessarily. Like, you look at his jump shot, I actually will say I do like his jump shot a lot. I think it's very easy to time with. I'm actually a pretty big fan of that jump shot. His dribble sigs are okay with the T-Max size up, the Kobe escape, aim behind the back. They're decent dribble sigs. He's got some pretty good defensive tendencies with an 85 block shot, 85 contest shot, 85 on-ball steal, and an 85 pass interception. So not a bad card in Terry Cummings. I do think he's going to be the 5th best all-time Dark Matter spotlight card. At the number 4 spot, I do have Dark Matter Steven Jackson, and this is where a big difference in the cards does change. So from Terry Cummings at number 5 to JoJo White at number 8, those are solid free cards in the game, nothing too crazy. But now we get get to Steven Jackson, and these next 4 free cards I think are actually some of the better free cards in the game that you guys can actually run on your squad, and they can be very effective. Not saying they're the best cards in the game, and you know, Steven Jackson can't compete against Invincible T-Mac or LeBron or Carmelo. I'm not saying he's that good. I'm not saying any of these next cards are on that type of level, but for a free card, these next 4 guys I do think take a pretty big step up compared to the previous, you know, all-time spotlight dark matters. But yeah, Steven Jackson, 6'8" at shooting guard, 6'9" wingspan. I will say he is really good, but I'm not as high on Steven Jackson as I see a lot of people on Twitter and just a lot of people in general really liking this card. I do think he's a great shooting guard, a great free shooting guard. He's got a good jump shot, pretty good dribble saves. He just didn't wow me as much as these next couple of free cards from the all-time spotlight set. I do think he's a really good shooting guard. It's just, for example, at number 3, a lot of people might disagree with this, but I thought Vucevic, for me personally, using him in game, I think he's a lot more of a viable power forward than Steven Jackson is at shooting guard. Both amazing free cards in the game. Definitely deserve to be in the top 4, 100%. I mean, if you want to put Vucevic at 4 and Steven Jackson at 3, I think that's perfectly fine. It's just, for me personally, I really like this Vucevic card. 7 foot at power forward, 7'4" wingspan. I think he's got a great player model. He's a very solid defender with a 96 block, 88 steal, 85 perimeter, 95 interior defense. He can really stretch the floor. That's probably the best thing about Vucevic. He's got a 97 3 ball, 96 mid-range, almost every single Hall of Fame shooting badge in the game, and I actually really like his jump shot. That's probably where the biggest preference, you know, just if you like his jump shot or not, comes down to with Vucevic. For me, I really like his jump shot. I think it's super easy to green with in the catch and shoot. If you guys watch my Vucevic gameplay, I was going crazy with Vucevic with knocking down threes, so I do think, for me personally, going to be the 3rd best all-time spotlight dark matter card. At the number 2 spot, I got the new dark matter Bobby Jones from today, a small forward, power forward, 6'9" with a 6'9" wingspan. Now, I know a lot of people do have some concerns with Bobby Jones. If you guys want to go check out my gameplay I did with Bobby earlier today, definitely make sure to go check that out and see how I did with him. But I think Bobby Jones is really good, man. 77 3 ball, I know is low. I know he doesn't have the greatest, you know, jump shot in the world with the Dwight Howard base and the Marco Fultz upper, but I think it's decent enough where he can green consistently. I think I hit a 3 or 2 in that gameplay, but if you're using this card right, you don't really need to be taking too many threes unless your opponent just leaves you wide open. But he has a capable enough jump shot, a high enough 3 ball with a coach and a shoe boost, some badges added. Like, he's capable enough where he can knock down a 3 and your opponent can't just leave him completely wide open. But the thing about Bobby Jones is, take a look at this defense: 98 block, 98 steal, 98 lateral quickness, 98 perimeter, and a 98 interior defense with every single Hall of Fame defensive badge. Perfect, I mean legit perfect defensive tendencies: 100 block shot, 100 contest shot, 100 on-ball steal, and 100 pass interception. You legit can't get better than this card on the defensive end, stats, badges, and tendencies wise. He's amazing at slash into the basket. He finishes through contact. He's got great Hall of Fame defensive badges, great Hall of Fame finishing badges. And then he's also got really good dribble saves with the Garland size up, the tray escape, Dame behind the back. So you can actually move with this card really well offensively. And in my opinion, is the 2nd best all-time dark matter spotlight card currently in the game. But at the number 1 spot, I think you still got to give it to Jack Sigma. I will say, if Bobby Jones had a better jump shot, like even if Bobby Jones had the Terry Cummings jump shot and maybe a little bit higher of a 3 ball and maybe more shooting badges, I think he would be the best all-time spotlight card. But I do think Jack Sigma is a little bit better. 6'11" at the power forward spot, 7'2" wingspan. He's really well-rounded stats and badges wise, but he's got one of the fastest power forward jump shots in the game that if you like fast releases, you'll absolutely love this card. And for me personally, I do like quick releases, and I think Jack Sigma is the best free all-time dark matter card currently in the game. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about my ranking. Like I said earlier, let me know, have you guys been grinding these spotlights? Have you guys got any of these dark matters? Are you guys going for that invincible, we assume, as the grand prize? And let me know, out of the 8 free all-time dark matters, let me know which one is your favorite. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.